Hello everyone, welcome back to Diz TV. If this is your first time here, welcome home. Today, we're doing my pin collection. So, let's go ahead and dive into it. But first, I want to tell you guys that I have been collecting seriously, really not that much. I got a lot more than I really thought I would get, really, this last trip. I have 46 pins, so I'm kind of new to this whole thing. A lot of them was through either trading or through just getting them because my dad didn't want any more of them. And then, of course, most of them were buying them from this last trip. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the pin collection. So the first pin I want to show you guys is this Star Tours pin. One of the first pins I did end up getting. I tried to order this as close to recency as I got them. But this is one of the first pins I did end up getting. And the one of only 3 Star Wars pins that I do have. I also have this Pirates of the Caribbean one, more themed around the movies than it is based off the actual ride. We have a 35-year contemporary resort pin. Again, this one's from my dad because I was not collecting back in 2006. Same with this Lion King pin. Probably one of my favorites in my collection, just because I love the Lion King so much. And speaking of which, we have a Be Aware pin with the ever so fun trolley tracks that are on the roads at Main Street that you always sprain your ankles on with Timon and Pumbaa. The Tailspin pin right here, based off the cartoon on Disney that used to be a part of the Disney Afternoons. A Tigger pin, and one thing that's kind of cool about this one is it's not metallic. As you can see, it's a rubber pin. It is the only rubber pin I do own in this collection. Of course, have to have the boss man himself, Mickey Mouse. And I don't know if you guys can tell, or there we go. Well, it says Disney on there. I'm never getting rid of that pin just because I think it's super duper cool. Next we have Shere Khan, a fantastic Disney villain. We have an Aladdin and Jasmine, and if you can tell here, there's a Boo. You have Mowgli. This one is part of the Millennium Celebration. This is actually one my grandfather owned. As you can see, 1961, Cruella de Vil. We have a Goofy pin, one of my top favorite pins. I have a lot of favorites, but this one's definitely a favorite of mine. It is the Epcot pin with Figment, and of course the Epcot logo, the classic Epcot logo, also the new one. This one is one of the alternate logos for the Galactic Republic, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can tell the silver one, but that is actually Iago. I picked up that one and the Republic one on my Disney cruise. This one was a gift, and as you can see, it says "It's my way," and it says on there, "On the runway," with of course Edna Mode. One of my favorite characters of all time, Genie, in his end costume there. I just love Genie so much. I'll hopefully pick up a couple more of his pins. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, along with Donald Duck, and Nerdy Mickey. He very much reminds me of me, because of how much a Disney nerd I am. So, yeah, I guess you could say that kind of describes me. Kaa, Jack Skellington, a Christmas Baymax. So this is the only Christmas item I have out all year round. 2 Haunted Mansion pins. Of course, that one is the Disneyland one, but those came in a Haunted Mansion blind bag that you're able to pick up at the parks. And so those were the 2 I got. Now, these 2 pins are not official Disney pins. These came in 2 box sets that I found at Target. The first order one was a part of a Black Series gift box that I picked up, and then the Kingdom Hearts one was from the Kingdom Hearts box set that's at Target that came with the steel case and a couple other things. Of course, the Finding Nemo pin. Another Haunted Mansion pin. This is probably my favorite of the 3. Robin Hood and Little John. Hades, Pain and Panic. I Only Look Like a Grown-Up. One of my favorite pins, perfectly describes me. The I Conquer Everest pin. Of course, if you remember from a while ago when I went to Disney, I, of course, picked up this pin after riding Everest for the first time. A Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway pin based off the new attraction. I love that attraction. And Off With Her Head comic book style pin. This was also a part of a blind bag. Same with the Nemo and the Haunted Mansion one. A Goofy Donald pin with the partner statue. I just find that one super duper cool. Kind of reminiscent to that Timon and Pumbaa one a little bit. A Scar pin in the same vein as the Queen of Hearts one. Now we're getting into the resorts. So we have the Polynesian pin, a Wilderness Lodge pin, my favorite Disney resort, Saratoga Springs, Riverside, Fort Wilderness, Beach Club, and finally the Disney Fantasy pin. I actually picked this one up at Disney World because they really didn't have too many Disney Fantasy pins, and also I wasn't really a serious collector at the time. But yeah, that is my Disney pin collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below. We'd love to have you here as we do videos on Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, the parks, and so much more. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a magical day. Goodbye.